Welcome. Beautiful divine masculine and feminine darlings. This is the Seraphim Gem Gypsy, SeraFae Indigo Empress, and Shiloh Horizon. I don't plan to be here for too long. I just got out of the shower, so I'm finishing up a little routine, but I do have some channels to share. And while I was finishing up a few minutes ago, I got this download and I was told to just make sure that Crazy K is blocked on my accounts, and she is, but that doesn't mean that she can't still come and watch my content 111, which she has been, even as the cards outlined earlier. And in the reading earlier, where she was being called out for stealing from me and violating federal law in the process, I almost forgot about that one, thanks. I also picked up something about ayahuasca earlier, which seems to be why I heard the song Hallucinogenics while whistleblowing about all of this earlier today. Yeah, doing drugs does not make you spiritual. Just saying. Crazy. But they're already so mad. Why are you so cranky? Because you exposed me, and now you're going to expose me. I know. So the message that came out earlier was that there were two of them, two main ones. These karmic people were still lurking. They got cut off and were upset that they got cut off. But they're still watching, clocking. And then two, it was all for show, trying to one up whoever the target was because they feel like our existence one ups them, which is crazy. But anyway. Yeah, let's clear that out. Thanks. So I got this download just to check and make sure that she was blocked, and she is. But in the reading earlier, the stank-ass karmic card came out, indicating that these karmics, their spirits are so evil and ugly, they stink. And I started smelling her earlier. It smelled like a dirty diaper, like a crappy dirty diaper, indicating that she needed a bath and she needed to mind her own business, and was coming across in this harpy demon energy. So very obnoxious, very nitpicky, combative. They leave just nasty wherever they go, a trail of gross. And that was the energy she was embodying. And they try to take what's not theirs as well. You know? Oh, baby, no. Come down. Thank you. Come down, lovey. Come on. You want your love? I don't really want you on the screen right now, though, okay? Could you stay off camera for a bit? Because I know what you're trying to do to my animals, too. Cut that out, Karmics. That's a no for me. 422. So, mind you, that was because there's a karmic who's trying to feed into what I just said. I don't know why. They try to dissect everything I say. It is what it is. It is what I said it is. Oh, she must be afraid. No, it's just God told me that since you're throwing bullets right now, I don't need to put my children in the line of fire. That's all. I'm right here. I'm right here. You think I'm afraid of you? Bitch, please. But I don't need to put my children in the middle of people throwing daggers. Yeah, that's wisdom and empathy. You know, not the first thing, clearly. Oh, you must be afraid. No. I'm just smart. And battle savvy. At this point. 622. So there's that. This being said, this was the first energy, one of them. And when I went to go make sure her account was blocked, it said that she was live, and she was up there with it popped up right in front and center, full face of makeup. So instead of going to put her butt in the bath, like we picked up earlier she needed, she went and put on a costume with her stank ass, and put on a wig with her stank ass, and put on a full face of makeup. I'm over here fresh-faced. What are you doing? What's up? What's up? Now, I've been up since 2 o'clock yesterday morning, so it's about my bedtime now. It's 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, which is a little early for me right now, but not when you've been up since 2 o'clock yesterday morning on a double shift, pretty much. But I'm not hiding. I'm right here. You just saw me put stuff in my hair after taking a shower. Right, and I'm here like I said I would be earlier. But I said I'll be back later to check with the collective. And I also said in the reading, this karmic energy doesn't like to show their face. Now, within the last few days, while she was pulling that little rose stint that I called out earlier today, she put this thing of roses covering her whole face, pretty much. Now she's live, right? Because I said, yeah, these karmic, the cards, the angels are saying, the holy team is saying she doesn't like to show her face. I'll be on live later, I said. I'm just going to go recalibrate, take a shower, which I did. Took a bath first, actually, then a shower. Had some other stuff to do. I'll be on later, I said. And I'm right here. But instead of going to take a bath, she thought, oh, okay, well, I'll go on live then. I'll go and beat her to the live. Or some weird thing. As if I didn't go live earlier, as if she didn't watch the live that I did earlier. Right, Divine Masculine says, that's embarrassing for her, yeah. And all of a sudden she rushes to go live and show her face, because I said in the reading that this karmic energy didn't want to show their face, which they weren't. Covered it with a bunch of roses. She wasn't. Crazy K was hiding her face. So I said, I'll be on screen later. And I am. But she tried to beat me there. Divine Masculine's laughing because he knows what she's trying to do. She was trying to disprove what you were saying. Oh, she says that I won't go on screen. Well, I'll go on live. Yeah, but you're still covering your face. Not with a bunch of roses, but with a bunch of makeup. I'm not. So, there was that. I hear that is embarrassing. Yeah, that's one. She still didn't take a bath? I'd say not. Because in the time it took me to take a nice long bath and a shower and do some yoga, she spent however many hours on her makeup and getting ready when she already needed to take a bath. Trying to combat what I'm saying to prove me wrong is something that these karmics consistently try to do, and it doesn't actually prove me wrong. It just verifies my point. Her face is still covered. It's just in makeup and face paint. I'm here in pajamas. In fact, there was a message about Disney that came up in the reading earlier. And when that live feed came up, that's what they were discussing. She also said, I'm confused. Popped up as I was making sure the block section was secured. Their Divine Masculine says, so basically they're just parroting what you're saying again. Yeah, I would say. Popped up right as I happened to scroll past it, so out of all the times and all the things that could have been said at that particular moment, come on now. Yeah, and it's not new. They do this all the time. She's not the first person to try this. I've seen the pattern before. We all have. Very silly though, huh? So she didn't take a bath. She did makeup. She heard you say that she was trying to hide her face, so she said, whoa, you're going on live, then I'll beat you to the live. But she's still hiding her face, and right, and I'm not. Exactly. Yeah, correct. Down the list. Heard. And then I heard something, it was from the same energy, and she said, yo, you get off your soapbox. I'm like, no, first of all, you get off your soapbox. You're over there trying to peddle children, peddle things to children, peddle stolen goods to children, manipulate children. She's over there trying to seek attention from 13-year-olds to make herself feel better. She's closer to 30 years old than not. That doesn't disprove anything I'm saying. Having a bunch of children blindly follow you because they don't know any better does not help your case. In fact, it proves mine. Predatory. Attention whore. Trying to compete where one could never compare. Even if you try, you don't have the clearance. It doesn't work for you. Could give you the recipe. The sauce would never taste the same. We're not made of the same ingredients, you see. Queen. It's not about the crown. It's not about the title. It's about the sovereign integrity, and you know not the first thing. Clearly. But I can't relate. It's an awfully big word for you though, Kay, soapbox. No, you get off your soapbox trying to force false concepts to people because you don't like the way the truth makes you honestly look. And I was picking up, specifically there was another crossover channel that came with that, like somebody lurking on my live feed from earlier. I say somebody, you know exactly who I mean by somebody. And it was a message, it was a bit where I said something about Stu, something, I think it might have been Adonis asking where Stu was. Hello. God. Thank you for clearing that out. I believe it may have been Adonis who asked where Stu was, or if he was gone, if he had gotten off the live, because he'd gotten quiet for a little bit, which sometimes Stu does. Sometimes he naps, sometimes he's busy, sometimes he's just listening. Sometimes he talks. Just, I guess, depends. But I wasn't going to assume at that particular moment, unless I pick something up specifically. I don't like to judge or presume. And so I said, I don't know. Maybe he left. This was an intense channel, and I know that he was at work. But he came back a few minutes later apologizing for being absent because he said he had gotten a phone call, which it doesn't matter either way, neither here nor there. He was there when he could be, and he had other stuff to do when he had other stuff to do, and that was fine. But, right, Divine Masculine says, oh, that's why she said that. She thought that he just was bored of hearing you speak or didn't want to hear what you were saying, and he left. And so she was trying to say, yeah, see, people don't want to hear you. Get off your soapbox. No, he was there. He's listening to me from work. It's not even on his off time. No, when he has other stuff to do, meetings or phone calls, he prioritizes. Get off your soapbox. Girl, you're trying to preach for attention to 13-year-olds who don't know better. Because anybody mature enough to realize who you are and what you're doing would not support you, and you know that. Even your mama didn't. Divine Masculine's laughing. I'm being serious. He says, I know, that's why it's funny. Well, he says, I can tell you're just sick of the crap. Yeah, it's just nonsense. I have better things to be doing. Not relevant. I heard impermeable, unbothered. Well, there was that. There was another one too. It's from, I picked up another one from the other day, right? Which one was that? Oh yeah, okay. So, the whole thing where she's been trying to plagiarize my whole story, my name, not even just my story, my daughter's story too. What did you just say, despicable? Hope all is well within the land where you're going to be a victim. Yeah, welcome to Maine. Vacation land, they call it. More like nightmare land. It's real pretty, except for when you start meeting some of the people. Yuck. But you see Crazy K's an example that no matter where you go, because she's not in Maine, there are shitbags everywhere. It's just about finding the good ones in between them, truly. And knowing that those are not our vibe tribe. And that's okay with me. So, my OGs here, my people that have been coming through here for a while, you may actually remember me talking about this within the last few months. Despicable. I don't know if Stu was here for some of those conversations. Yeah. Yeah, but they tend to conglomerate in the small places, don't they? But one of the things I said is, and I think it was also you, we were talking about the story with Van Horn, and like, they're going to make a movie out of my story someday. I already know. I see it coming. Books and movies, and I got a download that she's been watching me for a while now. A while, at least over the last year or more. And so at one point or another, because I've mentioned this a few times, and the Sundance Film Festival specifically has come up a few times in this channel, she heard me mention that there were going to be some people who wanted to make a movie out of my real life story that I can prove with medical records and real time-stamped evidence that I documented because I knew this was coming, to prove that I actually went through it and I can back up what I'm saying. But these people trying to plagiarize my story and copy it and try to claim it to other people so they can get the success that's not theirs because it's not their story, before the person whose story it really is can claim it for themselves. You know, that energy. I'm gonna beat you to your destiny. No. But that's what they tried. She heard me, Divine Masculine says, oh, she heard you talk about how somebody's going to want to make a movie out of your life story, your real life story, true story. And so she thought that she wanted to be famous. She thought if she started telling your story but claiming it was hers, then she would get the attention or the success or the offers and business and partnerships and what have you that she knew was coming to you because she heard you talk about it in advance. Yeah. And if I had been concerned about somebody being able to take it, I wouldn't have said it out loud. But I knew that even if anybody tried, just like she did, that would blow up in her face, just like it has, you see, him or her, non-gender specific, and it did. Nikola Tesla also, karma. I knew before I started this channel here in 2017 or about that time, which is why there's a bunch of Tesla reference on my website, by the way. I knew that there would be some people trying to plagiarize my work. It was a karmic cycle I anticipated, because I'm a past life regressionist, would be trying to play back out again, since people like this have done it before, and some of those people just chased me through the lives to try it again. Impulsive, they just couldn't leave well enough alone. They just weren't done. You done yet? Or, I'm not. I know. That's why you're going to prison. Or worse, under the jail. Good thing orange is such a favorite color of yours, huh? It's your new black. Crazy. Also, there's this karmic male. There are a few of them. Well, she's gonna regret it. I was hearing this earlier. And some of them were trying that, but they were, again, misjudging their target. They were just so impulsive, so angry at God, and just willing to lash out at anybody, just full of jealous and anger and spiteful, and just can't get their panties out of a twist. Do you need help unbunching that spiritual wedgie, honey? Let me get that for you. Hey, buddy. Oh, so she's been watching you for a while then. Yeah. Yeah, based on that alone, I would say so. Yeah. Heard. Oh, so it was no coincidence that she started pulling the SeraFae theft a few months ago. Oh, no. No. She's been watching for a lot longer than that. So there's that. So no, girl, you can get off your soapbox. What I will do, though, is put on a little bit of my soap and glory balm. Weirdo. Not the good kind. You can't sit with me. Weirdos are my jam. But there are good kind of weirdos, and then there are not. And you didn't make the cut, okay? Is that K as in question mark? Or K as in period? Figure it out. I heard a couple of songs also while I was getting ready. Yeah, also specifically the hallucinogenic bit I was picking up. I heard something about ayahuasca specifically. And unfortunately, that's one of those plants that people will seek out, like fake spiritual people or people who are trying to fit in with a hippie clique or both. Right? It's people try to shortcut their way to ascension with drugs. But these are not ascended people, not with or without the drugs. The drugs don't make these toxic karmic people less karmic. Just put it that way, for starters. It didn't actually help anything. Right, I heard. So it's basically they're trying to fit into that like boho hippie Coachella aesthetic, but it's just fake. Yeah. Gross. I heard you're really not impressed, are you? Oh no, absolutely not. Nope. I heard that soapbox bit was funny, wasn't it? Soap and glory. Cruelty-free, bitch. Let's do this one first. I keep hearing Red Future. I do love that one. Oops. There it is. Karmic female is perplexed at how I seem to be doing so well, at how I'm, how is she? Because I went and took care of myself. I didn't go put on makeup, cake makeup on my dirty face to impress a bunch of 13-year-olds for attention when I needed to put my ass in the bath. I did the laundry. I did some dishes. I went out of the house today a couple times to do some other tasks and errands, and then I came here to check in and then took care of some other stuff, switched the laundry, took a bath and a shower. You spent your day stalking me, trying to contradict what I was saying as if it proved me wrong. But you see, even when these karmics try to contradict me, like if I say something is happening and it is, they will try to do the opposite because they don't want people to see or know that they're karmic fitting into that particular category. But these are the same people who are saying, oh, you're not a real psychic, you're just fake. Well, either way, you're following everything that I say. You're either doing what I'm saying because it's accurate, or you're trying to copy what I'm saying to try to fit in with that, or you're trying to oppose what I'm saying. But either way, whatever I say, you're basing your actions around that, trying to match what I'm saying or contradict it. But that means your whole life is based around me and what I have to say. What does that say about you? Thanks. That didn't work out the way you thought it would, did it? Guess your logic was off, huh? I guess you're not very good at math. So there's that. Welcome. Despicable Me in the movie. Oh, did you really? I'm interested to hear that. See that. Hear about that. I know you've shared pieces of it, but I bet you have quite an interesting full story. So this one, we'll start here, I guess. It's just a divine masculine. I wish I hadn't done that to her. Yeah, I do too. It's funny. Oh, she's so pretty when she's in her pajamas. Yeah, I'm just in a hoodie and some PJs. I didn't have to cake myself in makeup or... I mean, like, can you imagine? I heard that divine masculine says she should have put her ass in the bath. I know! She's over there doing that crap. Like, she doesn't have a life, does she? She spent her day stalking me and then caking makeup on her dirty body. Ew. To impress 13-year-olds? Or to recruit 13-year-olds against me? As a 25-year-old female? Anything over 5 you round up, so at an almost 30-year-old female? Honey.
Solo for so long. Nobody singing the harmony. Up there just me and my shadow. No bass, no guitar, no tambourine. And I found you like a melody.
Really?
You were singing in the same key as me. We had them dancing in the streets. I don't want to be a one-man band. I don't want to be a rolling stone.
Oh.
Putting miles on a...
You're being sarcastic, right? He was... Hold on, let me double check that. Paula Page was the best governor ever. For a few months of him and you decided to leave. Okay, I was confused. I'm like, really? Because I have not heard good things about him. And if I recall, he got rid of a bunch of programs that were helping people or... No, I heard people had problems with him. I caught your sarcasm in the second sentence. That's funny. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, let me go back because I have to give this the space it needs. This is for Divine This was Divine Masculine coming through, but it's the lyrics. Listen. I'll be quiet.
Been flying solo for so long. Nobody singing the harmony. Oh.
Been flying solo for so long. Nobody's singing the harmony.
And just me and my shadow. No bass, no guitar, no tambourine. And I found you like a melody. You were singing in the same key as me. We had them dance.
Found you like a melody. You were singing in the same key as me. Here, Sing It With Me by J.P. Cooper. You know what? I don't think I need to do that like that right now.
In the streets, I don't want to be a one-man band. I don't want to be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Maybe we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat, you carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't want to be a one-man band.
There's this car. I don't know why I've been picking this up too, though. There are these karmic energies that feel like... So I got this earlier and I'm just getting it again. This karmic female happy that I'm taking off my nails because she feels like, yeah, there it is. You didn't take pictures. What would make you think that I didn't take pictures of my artwork? Because I didn't see you post them. Yeah, though, that's the thing. Of course, someone who would try to get attention from 13-year-olds, a so-called grown adult, or anybody in that type of energy, would think that just because I didn't post something, I didn't have it to post. No. I don't believe you. Okay, you don't have to. I can't pull it up right now because it's on the device that you're on. It's not on here. But you have it, in fact. It's very strange of you to be like that. Yeah, I don't believe you. It's very strange. What a psychotic energy. I don't even understand this. Can you just clear those people out? Get out. Unless there's something I need to know for well-being and survival. Unless there's anything you need me to call out and address. I really don't give a fuck about these people. Let's elevate up. Change radio stations to a higher frequency that not only do they not have the high frequency to hear or be on, but you need a clearance code to get to. Hard. You know how if you're trying to play your phone, like AirPlay your speakers through the TV or a car speaker or something, but you have to have a security code. Like when you try to link your phone up to the car speakers, if it's a wireless setup, or like to send it to the TV or a speaker or something, when you're first setting it up, you need like a security code. So you send the request from the phone to whatever device you're trying to play the music through, and then the device you're trying to use as a speaker will send you a code to the phone, or vice versa, and you have to enter it in so that it knows that you're the one communicating. Like there's a TV next door. Sometimes, because I've got a speaker here that I do that with, I will play music through it, but there's a TV next door in a different house, and it pops up because it's close enough on my list of stuff that I could send my music to. But the only one that I have given permission to play through, and that has permission both ways, is my speaker with my device. So one day I accidentally tapped the other speaker, and I know whose TV it is, so I had a chat with them about it later. And when I accidentally tapped their speaker on my phone, it asked me to type in a password, and they were watching TV at their house when this happened, and in the middle of their show, this thingy popped up on their screen with a password. So it wanted me to take the verification code from their TV and type it into my phone to let the devices know that, yes, this is me, I'm giving you permission to do this. Unless, even though I could tap on the speaker from the other house, it doesn't let you play it unless you get the security clearance, and I didn't. So there's a metaphor about this on the radio station. Like, even if they tried to get on that station, like, you can tap the button, you can put the station on it, but unless you have that PIN code, you're not getting through. You can't get music to play out of the speaker. You can't send any commands through to it. So it doesn't matter if they think, well, I'm sitting here with the radio. It doesn't matter. You don't have the language skills that you need to understand the language that we're speaking, or you don't have the key code, the password to basically get through the doors. You don't have it. It's the equivalent. It's petulant children, karmics, they're being compared to children. You know those, and maybe you don't know, but there are these lock boxes. They're like these little safes, and you can set a different timer on them for 1 hour or multiple hours or 24 hours or a week even. And sometimes people will do this that have trouble. I've heard about this, that have trouble focusing. If they have issues like keeping themselves focused, they will put their phone in this lockbox for an hour, and they can't open the box. It does not open until the timer is out, and so they have to wait until the clock runs out before they can get their phone. And they know within that hour, then that is their time to really focus, since they can't even get to the distraction. It's locked up in a box. That's their time to focus and just get their stuff done, all distractions removed. But I've also seen certain parents, like video clips at certain points. I'm not saying I would do this, but I have seen them do this. Some of them. And they'll take their kids' devices and they'll lock them up in one of those boxes. I saw a kid get really upset because somebody accidentally set, instead of like to a few minutes, they accidentally set it to 24 hours. And so this kid could not get their phone out for a day or a few days, and they were quite upset about it. But it's like that. These karmics are being put in timeout. Oh. There was another channel about that too, right? As far as the kids that Psycho from earlier was sending to harass me, or getting on there to try to recruit attention from 13-year-olds, my question was like, where are these kids' parents? Where are the parental controls on their phones?
And I wanna chase every high with you, count every.
And why does Kate have access to them? Probably because they don't have proper parental controls on their phones. Or supervision, adult supervision. Some of them are children. She advertises to only people under 18, 13 to 18. It's predatory, I would say, given everything else. Yeah. I don't understand how you're so calm. I did everything I could to try to mess you up because, first of all, you didn't. Second of all, I knew how that would play out. I knew what was coming. I knew what you were going to plan and plot before you did it. I hoped you wouldn't be stupid enough to try it, but I expected you to, and you did. So, there's that. Dum-dum.
In these old jeans, you'll never learn how to sing the blues. If I'm gonna be famous,
then I'm gonna be famous with you. What did I say? Divine Masculine's like, right, there's no way she is fucking up our limelight. He changed the lyrics. Normally it's Russ saying, there's no way you are fucking up my limelight. Divine Masculine says, no, there's no way these karmics are fucking up our limelight. Thank you.
Girl, I wanna be famous.
He says, I just heard, what's mine is ours. Girl, I wanna be famous with you.
We got our own little groove. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Baby, we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat, you carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand, 'cause I don't wanna be a one-man band. Come down, the chairs are all stacked and there's no one around and nobody's paying. We'll still be playing. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown van. Baby, we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat, you carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand, 'cause I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a one-man band.
Oh, baby, hold on. I heard, oh, baby, no, thank you.
No, I want you destiny. You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I know you want me, so don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were meant to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You'd be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be ours tonight.
Whoa.
And there are doors that we can't walk through. I know you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you, be within these walls. But when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite the stars. How can you say you're mine? Everything keeps us apart, and I'm not the one you were meant to find. It's not up to you, it's not up to me. When everyone tells us what we can be, how can we rewrite the stars? Say that the world can be ours tonight. All I want is to fly with you. All I want is to fly with you. So just give me all of you. Is it personal? Is it personal? See that
Shh, so loud. Why are you so loud? It seemed like it was getting louder. No. I'm about ready for bed. You know what I also heard earlier? I don't know who this is by. I've heard Mami Wata Tarot sing clips of it early before, it's a while back, but there's a song that says pose for the picture like, and it was about, like, I got a message for myself. I was getting a personal warning to be mindful of the windows. They're obviously karmics, either next door or like trying to be peeping toms or something. And so they said, just be extra careful. You've got some lurkers somewhere in the vicinity or the block. I'm like, all right, thank you. Meaning, don't get out of that bathtub bare ass and expect there not to be some creeper somewhere. Check yourself. And you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that makes sense now. It was one of the last, I heard that just as I was getting out of the shower. Like a warning almost, it was. But while I was in the bath, which I took before the shower, I was mermaiding and I had my face underneath the water in the bathtub. Somebody's really confused about that. You shouldn't be. My daughter was born in a hot tub. No joke. In the hospital, but in a labor jacuzzi. It looked like a hot tub. It was a big tub. It was a hot tub. The only difference was it had a wall spigot to fill it and then a drain in the bottom. It was like a special medical grade, but it was a hot tub. It had jets and everything. Could fill it up to temperature preference. If it was too hot, you just add more water. Too cold, same thing. Anyway, somebody says, how do you clean that? You would clean it with medical grade cleaners. You let it run on a jet cycle and with medical grade cleaners, and then again to rinse, I'd say, probably. So anyway, twice actually, I heard, it spooked me for a second. I thought I heard footsteps. I did hear footsteps. And I know there were footsteps. 2 separate times. They were loud. To the point where it was echoing through the water. And like it spooked because it sounded like there was somebody who was standing right next to me, like traipsing across the bathroom floor. It was on my right side, which would have been on the bathroom floor. The only thing next to me on the right was, did I say left? On my left side. The only thing next to me on the right was the bathtub wall. There's no room for anybody to be anywhere. But I heard on the floor, on the bathroom floor next to me, footsteps, but I was home alone. But then all of a sudden, oh, you know also who it was? Not just. I heard boots on the ground. Mm-hmm. Boots on the ground. Yeah. Yeah. A soldier's boots. A couple of them, in fact. Mm-hmm. And so I had bodyguards because there were also some dark energies trying to come through. But I had bodyguards. It startled me the first time, and they were loud. His boots were loud. I feel that. I love you. Thank you. Thanks. So there was that, you know. Anyway, boots on the ground. If you go to war, I go to war for you. Thank you. Some of these karmics are refusing to listen and learn their lesson. I'm being called to be quiet. Guess you'll learn the hard way, huh? There's a karmic who's gatekeeper. She's mad, but no. I'm not withholding information that... I mean, it's not that it wouldn't be of any benefit to them, but I already saw, God's just showed me, they don't want to change anyway or do the right thing anyway. If they want to know information, it's so that they know what other people have going on, so they can try to block those people, etc. But they don't want to do the right thing. They don't want to learn or grow or evolve. Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to do that. Exactly. So it's none of your business. It would help you, but you don't want to do the right thing, and so you don't want that help. So I'm being told not to waste my breath. What's up? I think I need to soak these ones. Hi, baby. I love you so much, but I don't want you up here. Not that I don't want to cuddle. Promise it won't take very long. Can I get down here with you? Hey, baby. Huggy. I don't want you on the screen. You're the baby. You're the good baby boy. Oh, honey bunny. I love you. I want to go cuddle. Me too. Sleepy baby. You want to go be my little spoon? Ooh. Somebody says, why don't you want him on screen? Because, like I said earlier, karmics have been throwing daggers, I've noticed. And God said that they just don't need to be right in the middle of that. Protect the children. I just heard bonjour. Hello. Pose for the picture like click, click, or something like that. Somebody being weird. Let's do this one. This is Time Flies. It's called Sleep Forever. Sorry, that was loud.
Chase the dream cause I'm sleeping in. I got doubts of greatness slowly seeping in. Took my voice from it, now I can speak again. And I got so many things to say to you, so where do we begin? So listen close like the last words of a dying man. My mind is scrambled, but I'll blame it on the frying pan. I stick to this, I promise I am
Cooked like Thanksgiving turkeys they are.
Say that I'm the son of the fucking man. I am Sam. I'm on a different bucket life, but in the same shoes. There with some different greens, still singing the same blues. And people ask me, will it change you? It can change the way you see me, man. But I'm the same dude. See, I ain't got a plan. I'm a pet, I made a rock. I'm here to flip a couple beans and climb the beanstalk. Live like a giant.
I heard that you are tired.
The game is shaking it. At least that's my dream, and I'm never waking up. So I just want to see it's just hard, man. I know that I'll be needing man. Cause I ain't never had a ride with an easy pass. Why y'all need to ask, where am I going? But I think most of the fun is simply not knowing. See, I travel so much that I need a Winnebago. And you could come try to find me. I'm in Carmen, San Diego. See, I jump flights over and over, yes, hurdles. I stay shredder like Ninja Turtles. Call me a dreamer, but just imagine a whole new world where you and me could happen. And I would be Aladdin, and I could call you Jasmine. And we would curse the covers like they made by...
I heard that a day or so ago. I heard that there was this divine masculine energy. It was yesterday maybe or the day before, and he was saying that I reminded him of Jasmine? Princess Jasmine, my baby. I love you so. I do. Can you give me just a few more minutes and we'll go to sleepies together? Have cuddles? Yeah, I know. I know. Me too. I love you. Oh, thank you, baby. You're so sweet. Oh, you want me to go soon? Okay. Well, let's get some dreams out, huh? Hi, baby. Somebody says, you haven't done your nails yet. No, I think I'll do them tomorrow. I wasn't sure what exactly to do. I know roughly what designs I want to play with next. In fact, I have a few. I have a bunch of designs and not enough fingers to do them. I have to space them out, but I wasn't sure with the ones that I know I would like to work with. But that tastes terrible with toothpaste. Close sesame. But I wasn't sure what to do about the color schematics. Except for when I got out of the shower earlier, I got a vision and I know right what to do with that. At least in part. It still needs a little bit of work, but got a baseline down. Somebody says, why does it? Because everything I do is art. Even the nails. It's a spiritual practice. It's a physical human self-care, of course, but the time it takes me to do them is a form of moving meditation, first and foremost. I find it quite enjoyable. But secondarily, they're very angry. On the divine channel, I get visions of artwork and stuff before I go and put it out, actually create it, make it. I know what I have in my head and then I go do it. Visionary. Yeah, not everybody can do that. I know. But I can. And so, there it is. Oh. So if even when you're doing your nails, you're channeling and you're doing artwork that reflects then when people try to copy you, whether it's for a book cover or anything else, then what they're actually doing while mocking the divine is trying to plagiarize from the messenger that they're trying to shoot simultaneously. Yeah. Okay. It's crazy. And also asking for, I hear you're cruising for a divine bruising. Yep. Not by me, not because I said so. I mean, God did send me his karma, but no. It's just divine providence. And that is above, so below. These people wanted to sit there and play with spell work behind the scenes, cause problems for people behind the scenes and not. Well, guess what? Guess what their karma coming back is doing for them? Not helping them at all. I hear this. It's called It's Gotta Be You by Isaiah Firebrace. I don't know if this one has a copyright issue. It might. I feel like this may have been one of the ones from a few years ago that did. So if it is, I'll just have to adjust it. But we give credit where it's due and fix any issues, hoping, of course, to avoid them, seeking intentionally to avoid them, but on the off chance that there is an issue or something has changed, we give credit where it's due and we fix the problem fairly and accordingly, thank you. Legally such. And now it's too late.
Tell me it's not too late.
What I am also getting is that on the flip side, this is not just about karmics. There is a divine masculine coming through. He says, my arms are open wide. It's gotta be you. Hold on. No, he says, the power is yours and not mine. I could give you all the things you missed. So this is the divine masculine coming through. And even if there was a distance between them, it's got him coming to bridge the gap. He also could be talking about, hold on, what's that? Chase Matthews, I think, possibly, everything he didn't. He says, I want to be your rock, the one you can depend on when you're, what is it, when your sky is falling down or something like that. You know, he sure wouldn't put a ring on your finger, or there's something about, he's calling somebody out for being toxic, for not being there to support, not being kind, not being supportive and cooperative, not being a partner. And so there's a message of the divine masculine coming through and wanting to be able to give her the love that she deserved but never properly received. I have been a divine masculine in some cases who was trying to feel out the situation, or maybe like was scared to communicate, or was trying to make sure everything was perfect, and then it's like he waited too long and DF had either stuff to deal with, or she was overwhelmed, or like whatever the case may be. There was a distance between them of some kind. But what he's saying is, now my arms are open wide and I'm not holding out for nobody else, meaning I don't want anybody else. Nobody could replace you. The only person I want is you. Okay, there's another one I was just hearing too, but hi. It's nice to see you. How was work? It's been a long day. I'm tired now. I'm ready for bed pretty much, but it was an adventure. How was your day? Busy. Seemed pretty busy. What's that other? There's that karmic female. Yeah. She's realizing she misread the situation. Right. They really do like her. They always come back. Yeah, because they know you're full of crap. Just go away. Stop interrupting my conversations. Good. Good. Yeah, sounds like... Oh. I just don't want to deal with karmics anymore. They're just annoying and trashy. But other than that, good. I got a lot done. I just don't enjoy those people. I'm glad you're getting settled, though. Ooh, they're very angry. Red future. Nighttime routine. What is that? I just saw like a... It's like a soft music maker or a white noise maker or something. Water, even water running. That's relaxing. I like that. Just reset my nervous system to hear that. Clairaudiently? Yeah, I heard it. That worked. Is it a white noise machine? I have one of those in the bedroom. It's a dome sound machine. It's one of the ones that you see in doctor's offices. They work really well. Somebody says, why? Why do we do that? Well, I started for my daughter when she was born, because those machines will mimic the sound of them being in the mom's belly, and that tends to relax them. But all humans are like that. Heartbeats and sound of breathing or certain rhythmic patterns like that are just naturally relaxing to the human nervous system, I think, because of that resonance with being in the womb. And so it started helping me, right? I'd sleep often in the same space as her. And then I realized that I slept better with it. Like there was a time where if she was being taken out of the house, I would send it with her. You see? Just so she would have that familiarity. Actually, I had to replace it because they broke the one I was sending. Got dirt or something in it. Didn't take care of it. I heard they didn't replace it? No, I just quietly did it. So at that point it was easier. But you wonder why I don't deal with these people. I didn't even tell them half the shit they broke. These are the people who complain, wow, you can't have anything nice. No, it's because of you. No, let me be very clear. The karmic male who broke my sound machine, I've actually heard him say things like that. Something will happen. Years ago, he broke something or dropped something, angry, furious, throwing things, tantruming, screaming like it was the end of the world. Can't have anything nice. I'm like, it's because you're destructive. Taurus the bully, you're like a bull in a china shop. That's why. Basura. That's what I'm picking up. Wait, what? You're up in your hands in your nightstand? Oh, gotcha. Well, that's good to know. But also a little scary to think about. God must have good reflexes then, huh? I know what you're talking about. In the nightstand. Took me a second. I gotcha. Heard not as scary as the thought of like an intruder coming in or something. Oh, absolutely. Good reflexes. Are you okay? That sounds like a trauma response, love. I'm so sorry to hear that. Who hurt you? I'm sure living in New York will do that. Gosh, living here did just enough fine of a job. But yeah, the white noise machines are good. I sleep better. It's like sleeping with the rain, I find. It's much more similar to that. And I sleep really well, typically in the rain, too. I love this song. You can hear in the music a lot of the sounds in this song, not all of them, but a lot of them, which is very traditional and common of Native music. You hear the high-pitched kind of singing chants. I also heard something earlier about Gregorian chants. Hold on. Somebody doing spell work. What is this? My stomach just dropped. I don't like this energy. Of course it is. They do have dark Gregorian chants. Dark Gregorian-esque chants. I don't like this. Something about dark energy. Either way, in this song, if you listen closely, you hear those high-pitched notes in the beginning. Those are vocals. that bounce up and down. But if you listen closely, you can hear kind of what sounds like drums, but they're not drums. It's almost like beatboxing. He's going with his tongue on the roof of his mouth. And they lay those in there almost like drum beats. It's quite neat. Listen. How did you hear that? How did you pick that out of there? It's like, because I know how to make that noise and I recognize the sound.
Just a trigger warning, baby. You ain't ready for the truth. You know nothing about this cute. I know savages and brutes and the fruits of the label. I know pockets say they suits red future. And nothing here is new to us. We've been on the rise from the births to the funerals. Future ancestors, my people so beautiful. This movement, the real front line to the studio. Lucky you're affection.
It's 11:11 on the clock on the East Coast. Look.
Your features in the mirror, nothing coming in between us. Now I'm crying on my knees, for my neckies on my knees. Now we always had the vision, all the ones I want to see. Living down on us, earthshakers, no savior. While we praying on us, baby, doing something great. And if we never meet again, let me do you one favor. Let me pray for you, you a gift from Creator, red future.
I respect that. Also, that's, yeah. I'm glad. Glad no one hurt you. I'm glad you have the refill, Alexis, to handle yourself. But yeah, see, I just got chills. I think it's so sad that people have to be even just potentially on guard. I think that's so sad. Like, why can't people just leave other people alone? What is wrong with you? Why do you make people keep guns in their nightstand? What's wrong with you? Stop being bullies. I just picked up something about teens, kids, teens in the neighborhood, probably gang crimes in some areas. And then like kids either not getting the parenting they need or there's just neglect. I just got chills. Unfortunately, sometimes that is, I know how some kids do get wrapped up in street crimes, not to say that kids with parents don't sometimes as well, but a lot of the time, either they're targeted because these gang members realize that they don't have parents or people around them, or my stomach just dropped. This isn't always the case, of course, but sometimes they offer to like take them under their protection, especially if they have abusive parents or something. It doesn't actually help often, but when you don't know what to do and you think that might be a solution, I can understand why somebody might take it if they're desperate, especially a child. I heard that earlier too. You know, I heard this in the bath. Hold on, which one was that? Hold on, there was a download. I got a song and then I held down. There it is. It was about money. Is it show off? I think it might be show off. And so there was a message about heard that. Oh. I think it's this one.
What?
Shush with the cult stuff. May 15th. Oh, that's why. He's spamming everybody with these commercials because he's about to have this little cult meeting.
Afraid of AI, but you know, the very two things that
He's got 2 days to try to spam as many people as he can to get them to his cult event.
So many players in this game, you know. Oh, shit, I better tell him. I don't see the biceps flexing. Brag about hoes in your next investment, but there's no new hoes that you actually texting, and you get no checks, just a debt collection. Your art is artificial, so I've been fooled, but you are only worth the A if there's an I into you fucking chump. Your shit's getting dumb and dumb. You lack flavor like a no gum sticking a dumb. And you sit on the bench, but claim you've been in the trench. Your songs are 1 out of 10. You just wanted to end. You were right in the trend. I can't do it again. You were never the man. You bend over for cents and keep making it cheesy. Shouldn't blame him cause this rap ain't easy.
They bent over for cents. Death magic going is back. It's hitting them in their finances, relationship, offspring, and mental health. What? That was put out 16 minutes ago? What did I tell you? That was in the recommended in the sidebar of this video. It's a mind flip video. And I picked up this download earlier. It actually had to do with the copycat from earlier today. And it's all for clout and show off, right? She's over there getting people to pay her to sell my stolen property. But she's got this big Amazon wish list with a lot of things in it that don't seem super expensive for what they are. Meaning, you'd think if she was doing as well as she wanted to paint herself out to be, she'd just get herself those things instead of having a wish list while she's advertising to 13-year-olds. But you see, she doesn't have anything going for her. That's why while I was busy all day, and then I had to come here and put her behind in check, she had nothing to do with her day. But for a second time this week, put on a bunch of makeup to try to compete with and copy me. While I'm standing here fresh-faced from the shower. What's up? I'm tired right now. I've been up since 2 o'clock yesterday morning. It's currently almost midnight here. So that's been about 24 hours. But still doing better than they are. And I didn't have to gang up with a bunch of people or kids to do it.
They front, they fake, they lie.
They front, they fake flex, all for the gram. That's all the clout chase. All right, heard that. Couldn't have been that much, no. And it wasn't even just for her. She wanted these kids to buy her stuff on her Amazon wish list for her and her boyfriend. Divine Masculine's laughing. I don't know. But she's over there stealing from you. She's asking for gifts and things, but she's claiming to be so successful in running this business that she's stolen from you, but she's asking for handouts. I'm telling you. I heard that in Divine Masculines. I'm hearing a couple of people in my collective. You haven't even asked for anything. People have asked you where they can donate things sometimes, and so that's why you made the GoFundMe when they asked and what have you, but it's not like you hound with that. You put it in the description so they have it because they asked for it, but I know. We're not the same. Russ, we are not side by side. There's no split screen image. I know you would love that. I will in a few minutes, actually. Come here, baby.
They fly, they trick your mind. Weapons from the show up. The close that they buy, the cost that they charge. Why the credit is maxed up.
It's why the credit is maxed up. This is what I heard in the shower. They try to flex, but they've got none in the bank. Right, asking for Amazon wish list handouts while claiming to be so successful while selling my stolen property. What sense does that make? Crazy K. Woo! Oh, you lost the last marble you had in there, didn't you, honey? Must have rolled out your nose. Maybe you shouldn't have sipped on that ayahuasca so hard. Also, to answer your question, just pull this up really quickly because I did document it for the lawyers. Heard that. Good girl. It was insane to me, all this, really. I heard that. I moved a bunch of stuff around earlier. I wasn't quite sure. I was doing a lot of projects. Hold on. Got like 4 or 5 different projects worth of stuff in front of me. Okay. So there's, looks like a makeup palette or something, eyeshadow palette for $17.99. Makeup brushes, a whole bunch of makeup brushes for $26 with a bag and a storage container, which means that as somebody who went to cosmetology school, I can tell you they're going to be made like straw and garbage. They're not going to be quality. And somebody says, how much? It looks like 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If I have to start counting, you know that there should be way more, either way less brushes for that price, or there should be a much higher price on this amount of brush. If you had to start counting, I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I hear that's too many to be less than $30. I know. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then like, looks like caps, or I don't know, what is that, like blending beauty blenders or something, and like a storage bag for them, and I mean, like, too much stuff to be that cheap. Otherwise it's garbage and probably made in China with lead. She put that in her wish list. Yes. Also like a pink corset, I don't know, to try to do some kind of character or something in copycat, which didn't have a full price on it, just buying options. So I didn't even bother to check. I don't care. It's just quickly documenting. $45.99 on a blue dress, all on Amazon. $31.99 on what looks like a leather stamping tool or something. $41.99 $34.99 on another leather stamping tool, $36.99 on another leather stamping tool, $89 on some leather tools, possibly. Is that leather tools? Yeah, a tool set. $14 on some leather tools, $14.29. I heard that. So basically, she's just asking for people to buy her garbage so she can dress up for more videos where she's stealing content and trying to copy you. I heard, right. I heard, well, why can't she buy her own stuff? Where's all that money she's making off of your stolen goods and property going? You try to flex, but you got none in the bank. I heard that. It was embarrassing for her. Super embarrassing. But now it's documented. Forever immortalized. And I did, in fact, go back through while I was in the bath really quickly, and because I knew where to find them roughly, pull up each of the screenshots of when she had her little followers come to harass me. So I've got the criminal conspiracy evidence ready to go too. I'm not playing games. Is she on YouTube? Yeah. Remember in the live earlier? You may have been working. I picked up that she was coming up as this like harpy demon, and she stinks. I smelled her and she stinks. I said, girl, you need to go take a bath. Stop harassing and stalking me. Now, what did I just do? Got out of the shower, took a bath and a shower. And she caked makeup on her crusty ass and then went to parade around on a live feed for 13-year-olds for attention. Also, because in the reading I did earlier that you were on, the cards that were coming out were saying that she didn't like to see, like, show her face, and she didn't. When she posted that rose picture, her face was covered with roses. And even when she, oh, well, you said you were going to go live later. Well, I'm going to go live, and I'm going to go live first. Oh, you said that I don't like to show my face. Well, I'm going to go live. Yeah, for the first time in 6 months, a few hours after I say it, because you're stalking me and trying to contradict what I'm saying like a crazy person. Getting attention for 13-year-olds as if validation from a 13-year-old will make you not a criminal or something. Like, what sense does that make? But that's what she did with her day, because she's got no life. Dressed up again. If you check my community board, it's in there. I accidentally found that rose thing on TikTok today. It popped up, TikTok specifically, which was wild because that's not where I was going with that, but it showed up in my face. $59.99, another dress. $64.99, another dress. Like, it looks like medieval, like Renaissance dresses. Poorly made, this Amazon, but anyway. Looks like a bunch of fake flowers. Doesn't have a price on that. $24.99 for a pretty much identical set of fake flowers. $22 for a tiara-ish kind of a thing that looks like it's made of cheap pearls. And then a corset, a black, cheap, fake, like pleather corset. Like a peasant top for $24.99. A skirt for all costuming, I'd assume, for $33.99. Another skirt for $24.99. I'm hearing that. Like, why can't, these aren't even expensive. Why can't, if she's making so much money off your shit, why can't she buy her own stuff? Like, a single book doesn't cost as much as some of these things. I know. And she's got almost 6 million followers, and she's had Amazon and other third-party sellers pushing it. I know, I'm telling you. What's wrong with you, girl? Where's all that money? Did you boof it? Jeez Louise. But that's where that's where the ayahuasca came in, huh? God. No. I didn't even think that TikTok was allowed in America anymore. I've been minding my business, but so has she. $24.99 for another skirt. Looks like a pirate skirt over here that doesn't really have a price on it. See buying options. $44.32 for looks like a fake costume jewelry. It's like a shoulder. It looks like this big drapey collar thing, but it's made of some kind of fake jewelry or something. Basically, it's to put over a dress or a shirt, like decoration. I don't know. Another one, like metal chains and stuff like that to put over a shirt. $33.99. And then more demon horns, because she's a devil and likes to dress up like demons. Can't relate. I've never done that in my whole life. Angels, yes. Demons, never. No horns. What is this? What even is that? It looks like, you know those things that, a protractor? That's what I just heard. Is that what it's called? Protractor. Let me check. It's one of the things that you draw circles with. People that build houses and do blueprints use them, I think. I don't know, that sounds accurate. It is! Thank you. I love you. That was correct. A protractor. To draw circles. If you know, you know. She's got a protractor in there. I hear that. Why can't she buy her own protractor? I don't know. This is weird. I agree. $25 for the protractor. As much as one of the books that she's selling with my stolen goods in it. A name, a story, an artwork. $79.99 for this like pirate shirt thing. $52.99 for, it looks like a black corset. It looks like she's trying to piece together another pirate costume. $34.99 for another corset. They're like peasant tops and like medieval corset things for costume dress up. $49.99 for another like underdress to put corset or something over, or one of those drapey chain thingies. $49.99 for another dress. Same dress, just do two different colors. What is that? That's ugly. $49.99 for some kind of like weird pantsuit thing. Pink, I don't know, like alien. I don't know, whatever this is. Weird. $15.99 for a cheap Party City style white feather boa that you see it like, you know. Yeah, I heard that. Somebody's laughing. You mean kind of like a luau necklace? Yeah, kind of like that, but made of cheap white feathers instead of fake flowers. A feather boa, like a scarf. Right, you mean like the old flapper prostitute people would wear in costume? Yeah, like that. A pink wig for $52.99. Another corset. Doesn't have a price on it. I heard that was embarrassing. Yeah, screenshot. Not the direction one, no. Protractor. I hear Mean by Taylor Swift again. You're so mad. Why are you so mad? Oh, baby. Oh, broke girl tried to show off the right, her whole wish list. That's why the credit is maxed up. They want to flex, but they got none in the bank. How are you making all this money off my name, but you're still broke and asking for handouts? What are you doing? Got none in the bank. I see you online showing your dollars. Couple hundreds and you think you a baller. I see you online showing your dollars. A couple hundred and you think you're a baller. No shot color.
have a big shot collar, but everybody knows your true color.
But everybody knows your true color.
The music off the shelf. You make someone stupid every time you make a sale.
Yeah, you make someone stupid every time you make a sale, and it's just a bunch of garbage that she spewed out, slapped my name on, and called it good. A very poor, watered down version of my story. Degradation. I will be suing for damages.
Not lucid or you lying to yourself. Your mouth smells poopy from the bullshit that you tell. Oh well, run after the money, but it's running from you. There's no passion in your.
Wait.
Not lucid or you lying to yourself. You might get your music off the shelf. You make someone stupid every time you make a sell.
You're either not lucid or you're lying to yourself. Right, your mouth is smelling shitty from the bullshit that you tell. Oh well.
Lying to yourself, your mouth smells poopy from the bullshit that you tell. Oh well, run after the money, but
you run after the money, but it's running from you.
Running from you, there's no passion in your craft.
There's no passion in your craft. It's why you copycat too.
On the street, you claim you attracted asses, but you're fucking it too. Meaning that her pussy whack, now that you're fucking her too. Shit, and your fakeness we can't solve, and we get
your fakeness we can't solve.
so real it get canceled.
Yeah, your fakeness we can't solve. It got so real, you got canceled. Now I know why I heard this song in the shower or in the bath after I did that 4-hour channel, because a lot of the stuff that was being called out in the messages in the channel, I felt that. I thought that was the cat. No, that was divine masculine. Energetically coming up behind me and grabbing my elbow. Hey! It was a soul merge, really, but I did not expect that. It's hard to surprise me. Right? He says, I don't know, because you see everything. Well, it kept me alive. Had to stay 10 steps ahead of these bitches. Would be 11, but they gave me stress-induced asthma. I'm working on it. All reversible, but in the meantime, I did pick all of us up, little bits and pieces. But this is funny. This hits right on the mark.
They front, they fake, they lie, don't think they fly, they trick you.
I came with screenshots too. You always know I come with receipts.
Trying to show up the cost that they buy, the cost that they buy. What it pretty is massive. It gon' flex, but
They got nothing.
trying to show up.
You know what I also heard earlier? It was so funny. Should I wait? I'm going to hold this for tomorrow. But I'll come back. Let's do... Oh, they're so mad. Scared, too. There's just karmic energy that's scared. Upset because they feel like, you lost the game and now it's showing. Cause me pain is taking over. But then the other message was, I'm never going to do that to you again, because they're so scared. They know they're in trouble. But I also am picking up this energy where some of them are still either in such a state of delusion or just toxic impulsivity, or even I'm hearing, wow, I'm already in trouble. Fuck it. How bad? How much worse could it get? Sometimes they get like that, unfortunately. But you know what? So do the inmates in prison. And people like that end up in there. You see? Because they don't really like people like that. They'll do what Mami Wata calls get gully to clean up their cell block. Mami Wata Tarot. It's a good thing you love orange so much. All they had to do was leave people alone. It wasn't such a hard choice. You just lack self-discipline and regulation. Ooh, ASMR. See, can't relate. I've already got my chill session planned. ASMR. I hear that. Do you watch that? Yes. Sometimes. But yes. Somebody says, why? Because it relaxes me. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But. Ooh! Didn't I just pick that up? I mean, maybe not necessarily with an X. It doesn't have to be. But that's so weird. Why is she doing that? It's a copycat. Different one. Anyway. Just popped up on my feed. There was another reading that just hit my recommended too, and it says, this ex thinks you're laughing at them. You're angry and hitting rock bottom while you're glowing. Well, it doesn't have to be an ex either. This could be like I said, just these karmic energies in general. Oh God. I hear, why did I do that to her? Yeah. I hear she's too calm. Something about demeanor. We misjudged her. They're realizing. Yeah. We weren't winning like we thought we were. She just doesn't like us. Okay. Here, love me less. Who is that by? Love me less. Detectives, feds, and cops may not have your best interest at heart at this time. Yeah, we already know that. Not all of them. Ooh, I hear that. Who is that? Haley? My stomach just dropped. Karmic's crying. I didn't say anything about this, but I picked this up. A different energy was saying something similar a few minutes ago, and they're spooked. It was about the ayahuasca. How does she know about that? Because I really am psychic. It's a gift. It's one of my many gifts. And so they're spooked that I can pick up their energy. That's not mine. When you're throwing grenades at me, energetically speaking or otherwise, and it's not my energy, and I'm in an otherwise peaceful energy, and then out of left field, there you go. That's where you live. No, we're not the same. Are you triggering and exhausting to deal with? Yeah. But you see, you have to deal with it. You get stuck with you, Karmics. You try to stick us with you too. That's stressful. Trust. But you know that because you don't like you either. That's why you try to fling mud at other people and project as well. Should have just let me alone. Haley. Let's do the acoustic. Isn't she even acoustic? Just do a softer one. Yeah, there you go.
Having insurance.
No, that's not it. Batman. No, that's not what I asked for either.
Yeah.
chills at night, I feel it deep inside. Too pitchy. I don't know what that was, hi-hat or something, but I didn't like that. We'll do this one. Somebody says, why? Not properly balanced, not nice on my ears. Something was off. Ow. When I get chills at night, I feel it deep inside. Without you, know how to satisfy, keeping that tempo right. Without you, pictures in my mind on replay. I'm gonna touch the pain away. I know how to scream my own name, scream my name. I love me, I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. Can't love myself, no I don't need anybody else. And it's my day or night. I love me, I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. On cheap polyester clothes, yeah. You know your materials. That's funny. True. Without you, I'm gonna put my body first and love me so hard till it hurts. I know how to scream out the words, scream the words. I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. Can't love myself, no I don't need anybody else. And it's my day or night. I love me, I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. I love myself, no I don't need anybody else. Can't love myself, no I don't need anybody else. And it's my day There are two karmic energies I just picked up on. One is upset. Okay. She's going to get away with everything that we did to her, something like that. So they're mad that their setup attempts didn't work. And then the other one is scared or upset because they, whatever it is that they did to target, they know that they're in trouble. I hear they're spooked. I also hear as they should be. Yeah, well. I'm just gonna pull that back together tomorrow. So the corners cleaned up. But I had to pull it out to get to your stuff. I love you. Cutie patootie. I thought that bookshelf moved where it needed to be. I just have to put everything back now. Somebody says, a bookshelf for what? For books, you silly goose. What do you mean? For books? Oh, it's wet in there. That's cold. I don't like that very much. On the back of my neck, it's wet. It's wet. It's a baby. I don't really want you on screen right now, my lovey. I know. Okay. I love you. Oh, mommy's tired. I hear you, pretty boy. You got two boys. Where are you? There you are. But I don't really want you on the camera right now, my love. Yeah. Yeah. Comfortable. Honestly, this is kind of a transitional spot. I'm really ready to climb into my bed too. But I'm good for a minute. Hi, baby. You're such a cutie. What I will do, because I don't really think I need that, is this. Thanks. You ready for bed? They're so ready. They keep trying to get me to go. Mommy, I'm ready for cuddles. Okay. I'll sleep good tonight. Get in there. Just heard, wait, Mason jar? Are you talking about a mason jar? Or the Masons? No, I think they're talking about a mason jar this time. I have to double check. Yeah, that's what I thought. What about it? Oh, that's right. Pop it. Heard. They're playing with like Louisiana magic then? I just got chills. They're dark energies. Hold on. Trying to masquerade themselves as light workers, as divine masculines. Specifically, I've been picking this up for a while. It makes sense with the full moon energy. Like they started trying to do the sex magic again. I've been picking it up for a few weeks, and I did warn about that a little bit. But if these people can't be with you or can't get you to be with them, then these are the types of people and situations that will either try to send entities. It's also like, I'm just going to call it like I heard it, masturbatory magic. And so when you're dealing with somebody who believes in sex magic, they, of course, they can be with that person. That's one way to exchange that energy. But this is somebody who feels like if they're doing a spell or they're thinking about you and doing whatever it is that they're doing, not everybody will resonate with this. But the people who did this, and they tried. And they think that basically it's like sending out an energetic call, and they're hoping to stimulate the root chakra, or they're just looking to excite the person they're targeting, hoping that that person will exert their energy themselves. And so that leaves that person drained on levels, less able to do whatever it was that they were going to do because they feel like they need a nap or something. And there's actually a biochemical reason for that. Or They're very angry. Why are you so mad? Karmic female says, because you sound like you're smarter than me. You look smarter than me. It's so weird. I heard that. You are tired. I am. I'm tired of these karmics. Can we have better topics, please? Anyway, they want you to give up your power, basically. Biochemically, the reason that is a thing and that happens is because imagine like a lion in the wild, right? What's their primary goal? Eating, sleeping, sex, reproduction. So if the whole big thing about repopulation is to have offspring, then even if it's self gratification, there's this energy that shifts through where all of a sudden you're not really motivated in some cases for some people. Hi, baby kitty. I know. I want you on screen right now, Love. I love you. I know. You just want all the attention. Really, I do. You know, I do want him to spend time, and I don't want to shoo him away. But I know if I'm being called to just allow him to be off screen to keep the evil eye off of them, then I'm listening. But basically, once dude gets off, that's the brain's way of telling the body, okay, you've done your job. Now, back in like caveman era, that was really the one responsibility. Make sure you can eat, make sure you can survive, repopulate, procreate. Now we have other stuff in a modern day world. Jobs and money and resources and stuff. Hello. Check your comments. Hold on. Oh, you guys. I did say sex magic. Grand Rising. Yeah, that's one of the things that they do. They absolutely believe that. It's just like, basically they're trying to tug on someone else's sacred energy to take it from them. It's a form of energy vampirism and harvesting. I'll get into that in a minute briefly. Or they want the person to respond, like they'll send an energetic pulse hoping to turn that person on, and then if the person like goes to handle themselves, then it's like responding even if they're not together. It's like telepathic sex. It's an energetic exchange, whether it's cognizant or not. The person who's sending that out and trying to pull that into themselves or for themselves, they're draining the person they called that energy from, or that's the intent. And somebody's asking, this was the next piece, like, well, what does that do? Okay, so imagine that a big emphasis I'm picking up is like solar plexus sacral energy. So it doesn't have to be with sex alone, but yes, the sex is a way for them to try to focus on getting whatever else they want. So let's say they're looking to have some kind of wealth or opportunity, or the whole thing with the plagiarizing energies, like that's solar plexus and sacral chakra harvesting. That's somebody trying to snatch someone else's creations because they don't have any active solar or sacral energy themselves. The solar plexus and the sacral energy is all about, in the like stomach area, like fertility, like birthing, right, creation. And it's not just about having babies. It can be, but when you work on a project, you start it from scratch to finish, or you build a business like that. A lot of people feel like their businesses are their babies, or whatever project they're working on, especially since they spent so much time and energy and dedication and effort in doing this. So if somebody tries to come in and steal someone else's ideas, they're trying to steal that solar plexus energy. I just heard Fehu. Yeah, it's wealth and abundance also reference. But you see this, the sex magic, while it could be to get a number of things, it's often materially based. It's often out of vanity or materialism or greed. The root chakra, money's not a bad thing. It's just a tool. It's just energy. It's what you do with it. Money is also not the root of all evil. Human greed and the love for it is. There's a difference. Money is a tool. It's just energy. I heard something about like you can make more money, but you can't get back the time, right? Just heard grieving. Some of these karmics are or will be grieving. Something about them losing people or something popping off because they just wouldn't leave people alone. It's the universe's way of keeping them busy, pretty much. So the root chakra is all about safety and security. It's about, yes, family and home. It's about money. It's about, it can be about sex and relationships too, but it's different. So certainly not heart chakra energy. Heart chakra is obviously up here. The root is lower, but both are important. And when they're trying to mess with either, often they pull on other chakras while they're doing it. I'm too tired to get too in depth right now on this, but somebody's asking how. I think this is a better question saved for tomorrow when I have some rest. Right, I've never seen you like this. No, I'm sleepy. Been on the battlefield lately. You know? Karmic female says, I don't feel bad for you. You've been picking fights. No, bitch, I have not been picking fights. You were picking fights, or you thought you'd underhandedly steal something, and you thought that you would just be allowed to get away with it. No. That's not picking a fight. Picking a fight is that underhanded crap that you just pulled. Defending myself and others from your underhanded little fight picking, nitpicking tactics, yeah, that's not the same thing as picking a fight. Ladies don't start fights, and I didn't. When you did what you did, I had to respond. But we can finish them, and so I did. And also, karmic female, you don't have to like the truth coming out at all. But according to psychology, and what happens when you're being blamed by a narcissist, which is what happened, number 6 on that list is do respond to misinformation. So while you've been out there pretending to be me, watering down my name and slandering me to try to get away with it, As much as you don't like the truth, it is my obligation to articulate it. More specifically, as much as you don't like the way it makes you look. There it is. Oh, I'm so jealous. You're so good at what you do. There it is. I just heard the term neck cramp, which wouldn't surprise me if somebody was trying to call these karmics a pain in the neck. Which is actually funny. Hold on. Yeah. 5 angles. Greed, love, anger, ego. Yes. I love that. It's also accurate. But there's no whether it be sex magic or a love spell or whatever they're doing, there is no possession or control or manipulation in love. And if you're doing spells like that to try to pull somebody in one direction or another and confuse them, violating their free will in the process, then that's not love. That's manipulation or control. There's no love there. There it is. There's a fallen masculine who says that that's why you left and never looked back. Sure reminds me of Absalom. I heard the caterpillar. And then I heard a beautiful butterfly. You're right. I did make that earlier. I didn't eat though, did I? Probably should before bed, huh? Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Let me know what's up. I guess we'll see after this bowl pack, won't we? Oof. I just heard energy medicine. Yeah. You want some Reiki? Sleep Reiki. Oh, I love this. Oh, this must going to put me out. I'll have to go lay down momentarily. I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow, probably. Don't steal this flickin' lighter. We're not allowing the theft, Karmics. You need to cut it out. I don't care whether it's a lighter or my name or anything else. That's a no. Nope. Heard. I did call them out for that today, didn't I? You're right. You're right. And who are you? Who do you think you are, Karmics? That's how I reframed it, but close enough. I'm getting all kinds of Alice downloads. That's what this is for. Because this will help me stay asleep also. and get some good sleep. And then I can eat tomorrow. I made food. It's just in the fridge. Somebody says, I know sometimes I'll cook and then by the time I'm done cooking, I don't even want to eat anymore. That's awful. Because then you put all that work and energy into it. And then also you've got the dishes to clean up. And then you're too tired or overstimulated to eat. That's awful. It's not like I haven't also experienced that here and there, but that's why I said, oh no. Or oh. No, not good. I'm ready for bed. I could totally just like chill right here for a while. I keep hearing Fae-Hu. It's runic. What the fuck did I just see? What the fuck did I just see? I'm very confused. I've never seen anything like that in my whole. I just got chills. What are you showing me and why? Like, I know what the fuck? What? I don't know if it's some dude. It's like some dude at a party. Oh no. And he falls asleep with his shoes on. And he doesn't have good friends around him. If you know what that means, you know what that means. Let me explain it for those who don't. This may not be the same everywhere, but if you... Some people are like this. If you go to a party and then you are like a lightweight or you tap out before everybody else or whatever the case may be and like you pass out on the couch or something with your shoes on, that is a signal that it's like it. I don't think this should be, but in some cases people like this tend to take it as an unspoken party rule that if you pass out with your shoes on, you're fair game to be fucked with. And so usually you see people like taking an inflatable mattress and like pushing it out onto the lake as a prank to do to someone, or into a pool. Or you see them like drawing on the person's face with Sharpies or something silly and stupid. Some of them get worse with their behaviors towards than others, right? I hear like a free-for-all. Yep. But this guy, he did not have good people around him, and he must have been on some like heavy drugs. He must have been out of it. Because when I was just chilling over here, all of a sudden, right in the center of my forehead, I started seeing, first I saw these black, like something on this guy's chin. It was like something black. Like, what is that? And all of a sudden the image got a lot more clear, and somebody was tattooing a wrinkly nutsack on his chin. Right. I heard, like, how did you not wake up from that? That's what I want to know.
When you saw that, I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Who is this? Why? What is going on? And why a ball sack of all things? And why'd they have to tattoo it? You couldn't have found a Sharpie? Those are not good friends. Those are not your friends. Mild pranks are like tying somebody's shoelaces together or something stupid like that. This is not small. It's fucked up. Yeah, also, how did he not wake up? Like, I keep picking up like cocaine or something. I don't know if it's like a crash out from it or I don't know exactly. I hear that you'd think that would hurt. I didn't think so, especially on your face. But no, he was out. He must have been all doped up or something on drugs. I don't know what. This is fucked up. I heard that. Are you? Yeah, it'll be fine. But very strange. And it was black ink. It was like black. It was a white guy, or a lighter skinned guy, but he had black. Somebody had done like a black and white ball sack on his chin. What the fuck? I'm confused. Not about what I saw. I know very clearly what I saw. Who would do this? Yeah, Karmics are saying, I wish I hadn't done that. I am picking up light workers though, like fellow light workers or soul or family members of the light workers. There's something about like you need to what is this? There's a reference of clearing old cycles. I just got a flash of the evil eye and then bridging healthy ones together, new ones together. Here, cleaning up my closet by Eminem. There's nothing, they're saying there's nothing we can do to get away with it now. No, there's not. There never was. I'm gonna go in just a second. I'm super ready for bed. Hi, baby. I know you're ready for sleepy. Me too. Me too. What? Number 4? I can't quite see. Hold on. It's so low to the ground. Yeah, number 4. Yeah. House parties. Oh, is it that because they're that drunk you can't wake up? Oh. You're right. No, sleep is super important. But I ended up kind of burning the candles at both ends to get some crap done, and I have been. But now is the time to rest and recover too. But I finished what I was working on. For one project. Sleep is good. It's good for optimal function in many ways, including, yes, brain health, but also hormonal health, which does often go hand in hand. But yeah, all of which are good. just heard the name. What is that? Sam? I love this. I'm like right on the edge of the lucid plane. Probably look like the grudge girl right now, but I'm just chilling. Heard that. What do you mean you're on the lucid plane? It's just a spirit space. You know I do trance mediumship too, right? But it's been a long time since I've had the space to do that because it requires really leveling out and going deep, and I haven't had time to do that while dealing with child endangerment and frivolous litigation. You know. Right, understandable. Yeah, but also I still do it in my sleep too. It's why I can pick these stuff up in my sleep and also wake myself up out of a sleep if there's an issue. But also I'd rather just rest. Cheers. Because that's also good for us. Normally I would have taken a cat nap in between, but I was out and about for so long. Also, you heard earlier the banging with the siding being done in the house. That was loud. Right, heard that. Also heard that, right. Right, so that's why you need to get your rest when you can. I know. It's alright, I will. So it's only 12:22. Got at least 8 or 9 hours before they show back up again. I'm good. Just have to be mindful. I heard that. What did you see? I don't want to talk about it right now. Did you hear that? I heard that. I heard your. I wonder if you could. I heard your bones pop when you did that. Yeah. I heard she really is a seer. Yeah. I'm not making it up. Bald face over there. I'm like, that's awful. Like, why? Why do you have friends that let you get that fucked up? Or that don't take care of you? Those are not friends. Those are the types of things I feel like, maybe not to that extreme, that people go through in life that show them that not everybody's your person, even platonically.
I love you so much. I'm ready to go cuddle too. Sleepy baby.
Cheers. Ouch, mama. Let's see really quickly. Faith. People were messing with your money or causing problems. Keep going. Push through. Healing. There's also healing happening in general. If there were money issues affecting healing, that's being resolved. And it's about, like, again, healing any issues in regards to finances. Just amusement. You have a natural talent that you can share with the world. It's time to make money from them while having a good time just being you. I'm kind of saying like how I hold space, you know, when I do. Now, I've been dealing with a lot. I'm very open about that, but in between and around that, I do try to make time and space for others. Your hard work is paying off. Your performance is gaining attention in your community, and you deserve the rewards you're receiving now. This could be recognition in some cases. Hear Mean by Taylor Swift. Objective is to get out of these toxic situations and away from these people. Shopping. Having money to spend. Assets, advancements. Come here, baby. This could be clothing. This could be like standalone damage. Yeah, see? I stood alone and dealt with that stuff. Now, attitude like, fuck you, pay me. Yeah. So this could be upgrading like a wardrobe or something, possibly for business. Like maybe